Are you up for a provocative question to consider? What if we ask the question, maybe we're building our courses the wrong way round? Coming up with an idea that serves a group of people. G'day, I'm Andrew Mowat. I'm the co-founder of EduSpark along with Craig Kemp, and I'm intensely interested in how we build better learning opportunities, particularly for adults. And today I want to talk about the trap that I've fallen into, that I keep falling into, and that maybe you are too. I'm an ideator. I've got a mind that's always coming up with ideas. I'm not disciplined in those ideas. I'm not structured necessarily, and they come sometimes at the most inconvenient times. And it's that what if, hey, this is a good course. I'd love to be able to do this. And it comes from the intersection of my knowledge and my passion, and sometimes a discovery of something that we just want to share with a bunch of people. So our primary perspective and disposition to creating something of learning value, just like this YouTube video, I guess, comes from the idea first, and then we seek a bunch of people for whom this idea might be helpful. I've been doing that for way too long. I've been provoked into thinking different ways, and even in addressing YouTube videos that I might want to create, I'm still falling into this trap of coming from this position of idea first, people second. So the counterintuitive thing to do is start with a bunch of people first, move to the ideation second. And immediately when you think of it like that, it's like, how do I do that? And in fact, there is one missing piece that we'll look at in a second. But this is all about the sense of knowing. And those of you who know me know that knowing is very important. These people for whom I am serving with a creative idea that might be helpful, I need to know them for that idea to be helpful. I shouldn't necessarily presume that my idea is going to help them. I need to start with them first and then connect to my idea, my thought, my learning opportunity, my focus, my book, my course. And so knowing the group of people that you are connected to and how they might need help is key here. And key in this is actually narrowing this to a key group of people, a niche. Some of us in education are not comfortable with this idea of niching down and using marketing speak, but the more you contain your creativity to a specific bunch of people, the more easily you can know them as a group because you know one of them as an individual, and that's a good generality for the whole group. So take teachers as a group, as a niche, if you like, all teachers. And often we think this can help everyone. It's a central idea. Everyone needs this. But as the saying goes, if this is for everyone, then it's for no one, because individuals can't find their way into, as a part of this niche, the idea that you've got. And if you're going to address this to a more narrow group, then you can give a persona or some sort of identity to the balance of this group that allows you to shape your course, your idea, your book, your communication, more specifically to the individual needs. So the bigger the group, the more diverse the group, the less you can hit the individual needs of a smaller group is the broader idea here. So if this is pre-service and new career teachers, they have a different set of problems than do people who are returning to education after a break, compared to those who are established teachers finding a new role in an international school for the first time, which is different to senior leaders who are moving up and leading a school for the first time. All of these are niches, and I've described the unique circumstance that covers this particular group of people. And then I can start to ideate or reframe the idea that I've got to better suit the learning needs for that group that ends up in transferring. So I mentioned one word in there, and I don't know if you caught it, and here it is. This niche of people have a specific set of problems. So middle leaders who are not confident in delivering feedback have a specific set of problems that I can shape and address through the service of my idea. So rather than this being a platform from which I can generate enthusiasm for something that I'm interested in, this becomes an idea that's in service for a group of people through the agency of understanding their problems. So that's the magic source to creating, I think, anything of learning value, anything that's going to create growth and transfer for a bunch of people. So here's the way forward. In that top step, narrow down the niche to a defined set of people in specific roles. The more narrow you can develop that niche, the better. Understand their problems, and their problems come in a few different ways. There are problems that they're happy to talk about, and Thought Leaders Australia talk about this as being the known spoken problems. And then there are problems that people have, often about things like confidence or disposition, or do I have the right to be in this place? That internal side, which is a known unspoken problem. And then there's a third group, which we won't really cover here, called unknown problems. They're not yet known to people, and through your agency they might get to know these problems. So really, when you understand the problem stack, the big question mark in the middle, you can articulate 3 to 10 problems that this group have in that is connected to your creative idea. Then you're in a position to shape your course to fit the needs of that niche of people through addressing the problems they have. And in fact, for us at EduSpark, that becomes the primary starting point for designing a course, is to know the niche, narrow the niche and know the niche, define their problems, and then go into the ideation, the creation, the shaping, the adjustment of your course to solve the problems that that particular niche or small group of people have. What are your thoughts? What comes up for you in the questions that you might have in listening to this? Are you someone who has typically come from that passionate place of making a difference for people, wanting to make more of a difference for people, and wanting to spread your ideas because you're enthusiastic and passionate about this domain of work, and then you go to the world with your solution? Are you like me, where I still continue to fall into that trap? Or have you discovered this approach where you are truly empathetic to a bunch of people by knowing them, knowing their problems, and being generous in adjusting your work to address and serve the needs of this particular group? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. If you think this is helpful, I'd love you to like this comment, simply because it spreads the word to other people. And if you think there's someone else who might like to know about this idea, hit the like button, and that will help other people discover this. Hope your world is well. Looking forward to talking to you again soon.